Good day, everyone. This is the report of Group 7, the Love and Justice Framework. Intended learning outcome: articulate what love and justice mean. Explain how taxation can serve as an instrument of social justice and welfare. The principle of love. There are three well-known concepts of love originating from Greek, namely agape or charity, erotic or passionate sexual encounter, and philia, the affection between friends. So, the principle of love, may three concepts siya. First one is agape or charity. The second one is erotic or passionate sexual encounter, and philia, the affection between friends. Ang agape, amo ni siya ang example sang love mo, kundi love sa people, ga charity ka sa damo nga taho, ga love ka sa hindi mo ya pamilya, but ga love ka sa imo nga sa mga taho. The erotic or passionate sexual encounter is like boyfriend or girlfriend. That the example of erotic or passionate sexual encounter. The philia and affection between friends. Yeah, ang love mo sa imo nga friends, kung paano ka mag-care, kag kung paano ka mag-love sa imo friends. Love as moral framework is the agape. Jesus Christ did a narrative in the New Testament are all acts of love. Feeding the hungry, giving drinks to thirsty, healing the sick, rendering service to those it needed. Diba si Jesus Christ, sang gapanglakaton sila sa desierto, kay malakat sila mo, diba, naghawa ang damo-damo taho. Diba wala sila pagkaon, diba nag-miracle si God nga ang isa ka tinapay, isa ka ilimnon, kay isa ka tinapay to. Ginto nga, hindi ta kapete nga tanan nga taho nga kadamo-damo nakakaon. So, amo na ang kind of love ni God. St. Thomas defined it, agape is willing the good of another. The acts of sharing or give more than what is just because it's the justice is just a minimum of love. Kay St. Thomas naman niya, ang agape is willing maghatag sang insakto or maghatag sang love sa isig mo kapariyo. Ga-share ka sang imo nga food, ga-share ka sang imo nga things. Amo naman na ang pag-define ni St. Thomas. In St. Joseph Fincher, Situation Ethics, agape love is the absolute norm, the absolute framework for the determination of the right things to do or the wrong to avoid. Si Joseph Fincher naman, ang iyaya, kung tsakto ba lang imo ginahimo or ang sala pwede mo maiwasan, mapunggan, likawan, muna siya. Father Ferdinand Herring, the advocate of ethics of personalism, was also quoted saying, "The heart of moral life is charity to one neighbor." Muna, ang imo nga heart, hindi lang para sa imo. Dapat maghatag ka man or ipabatsyag mo man sa imo upod, sa imo loved ones, sa imo pamilya. Amo na ang gina-define ni Father Bernard Herring. Love is intense feelings of affection, warmth, and care towards another person. It involves emotional connection and often a desire to support and be with the loved one. Ang love, hindi ta siya makita, hindi ta siya mauyatan, hindi ta na siya masumbag, hindi ta man na sa maguramos, pero
Types of love. First is romantic love, characterized by passion, intimacy, and commitment. It often involves physical attraction and a desire for a long-term relationship. Example of romantic love is include the physical affection, um, the effort of planning a special date night or writing a heartful letter, and expressing passion through complimenting for or surprise gift. Next is familial love, the bond between family members marked by loyalty, support, and a shared history. Example of familial love uh, can be seen through action of or kindness, support, and quality time. Example, sa inyong family nang may time ka mo, amo na siya ang example sa familial love. Next is platonic love, a deep affection, friendship without romantic or sexual feelings. Example of platonic love include deep non-romantic relationship, friends, family members, and mentors. And also sa imong mga co-workers. That is example of platonic love. I self-love, acceptance, respect, and care for oneself, crucial for mental and emotional well-being. Example of self-love is set boundaries, forgive yourself, practicing through self-care, and stop comparing yourself. That is example of self-love.
Justice and fairness, promoting the common good as a moral framework. Social justice is equal access to wealth, opportunities, and privilege within society. Hence, promotion of social justice is equivalent to promotion of the common good. It may also said that promotion of common good is promotion of social justice. Justice as the minimum demand of love. William H. Finn referred to justice as the minimum demand of love. To do justice is already an act of love. The minimum demand of love, which means that love is more, gives more than what is just. Mathematically, if love is 100% of being for other, then justice may just be only 10%. Distributed justice. Distributed justice is the justice that is concerned with the distribution of allotment of goods, duties, and privilege in concert with the merits of individual and the best interests of society. The following have future of distributive justice. Egalitarianism, the doctrine of political and social equality. No person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor shall any person be denied the equal protection of the law. This is not equalization in terms of quantity. It is equalization in terms of entitlement to due process of law, the equal protection of the law. The following have future of distributive justice. Capitalist and free market system. Let the law and supply follow its course. Ideally, it is a self-regulation process. It Lets any excess of demands be regulated by the limits of supply, and lets any excess of supply be regulated by the limits of demand. This means no artificial control of regulation. It is supposed to arrive naturally at its own equilibrium. Free market is supposed to be an equalizer during waiting time for the natural course of things. Public necessities or utilities may demand immediate intervention, which should be more of an expectation than the role.
Next is socialists follow the rule. From each according to height ability, according to his needs. This requires collective ownership of the means of production, distribution, and exchange with the aim of operating for use rather than profit. Possible downside of this system is there is no motivation for expansion and growth. Fourth, taxation is the government getting a part of what is people earn in order to have money to spend for public services, operating and maintaining public places or properties for people's use. It is particularly demanding from taxpayer a minimum of justice to make the enjoyment of the wealth at least more equitable, although not equalizer. It is government interference with private property, more or less compelling people to give a share from the fruit of their labor, a way of compiling diffusion of wealth. Fifth, protection and preservation of public welfare. The government has constitution guaranteed power to govern, to make, adopt, and enforce law for the protection and preservation of public health, justice, morals, order, and security and welfare. The Constitution also gives a government the right to make private property for public use under the doctrine of eminent domain. 6. Property for public use. The government has a constitution granted power to take private property for public use with just compensation. Citizens' ownership of property is not absolute. For the sake of the public, the government exercises the power of equitable distribute opportunity for the enjoyment of wealth or property. The better moral frameworks, Granier and Rosen's synthesis. Richard T. Garnett and Bernard Rosen's 1967 tried to identify the most acceptable criterion of rightness or wrongness of action, the goodness or badness of character or a personal life. For those authors, the best framework is synthesis of the teleological and deontological framework. The rightness or wrongness of action and the goodness or badness of the character or trait is function to, meaning it depends on not only the end, object, or consequences of applying a rule. Rule utilitarianism or doing an act or act to realism, but also other bases like one's sense of duty and good well rule or act deontology. This means one arrives at assessment of the rightness or wrongness of an act, goodness or badness of the character or traits by considering not only the consequences affecting not only the self but also others of applying a rule or doing an act, but also considering other factors like the situation or conditions involved.
So that is the report of Group 7. The first reporter is Marla Wood. The second reporter is Jessamay Rohanan. The third reporter is Joanne Mahilom. And the fourth reporter is Rimrose Gaisam. Thank you.